Hi folks, doing another quick video talking about this 9/11 situation, but from a different point of view. Yeah. We'll put it this way. With the truth coming out now, would it be helpful to the nearly 3,000 people that died? Would it be helpful to them, or even to their families, to have justice now? No. Would it bring those people back? No. Would it help what happened to them and their families be any easier? No. There's a understanding in America, certainly, and even other countries, of justice for the dead. The dead don't need justice. That's incredibly true, because if you die and you go to heaven, but you die in a horrendous way, whether you're one of the babies that was apparently killed by the nurse, say apparently, because even though she was found guilty, it doesn't mean she was guilty. A lot of people have been found guilty of similar things in the past that weren't guilty, so we don't know. Time will tell with regards to that, and God knows, and that's between him and the people involved. And so, yeah. But if you're a child who died at that time and you're in heaven, that child will just be elated at the fact that they're in heaven. If you're an adult and you were murdered and you're now in hell or heaven, if you're in heaven again, you'll be delighted you're in heaven. If you're in hell, you're going to have far more on your mind than how you got there. How you got there is irrelevant. That is not going to concern you in any way, shape or form. What is going to concern you were the chances you had, to have a relationship with God and to be in heaven right now. So justice, no. Not for the dead, and generally speaking, it doesn't help the living either. It doesn't. It can help the living to be able to bury their relatives. That can help. But it doesn't help them to know that the person who killed their relative is in jail. It makes no difference at all. It doesn't make any difference to know the tiny, minute details either. That's only going to make things worse. So, yeah. Why did I do the video earlier? Well, because again, it is over 20 years since, and the reality is, yeah, the understood truth is probably so far from truth, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. But the reality is, we have far bigger things to be concerned about right now. That's a horror from the past. And the reality is that nearly 3,000 people died on that day. And yeah. One thing is, the people in the buildings, Yeah, when the buildings collapsed, they would have died very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Yeah, they would have been suffering beforehand because they would have known that, yeah. Certainly those in the North Tower that were above the fire, they would have known. They knew that, the chances are they're not getting out of there. Chances are. Yeah, with the stairways blocked, yeah. So there would have been some suffering beforehand, but in the actual time of death, no, because as I said, for the buildings to fall more or less free fall, it meant that it was basically instantaneous for the people. They wouldn't have known that much about it. The people around about the 10th floor would have known, oh shit, what's coming. They would have had that thought, but by the time they had that thought, pretty much it would have been upon them. Yeah, they would have had a little bit of time to pray, and that was it. But again, so that's one mercy, I suppose. So, yeah. It can be annoying though, especially if you watch a video that shows the people that were certainly involved to a certain degree, those in the Bush administration, being treated as if they're heroes. Is like, ugh, really? You see a video of them lying, it's like, oh, how can you? But they did. People did what they did, and that's the thing, is that, I asked the question, that one, is it possible for the American government to do that to its own people, to wage a war on terror? Yeah, of course. Certainly, if you understand what was going on at that time, and what's gone on since, definitely. Is it possible they would do that to do what they did? The answer is yes. Yeah. Because in America, war is incredibly popular. Incredibly popular. There's a film called Skulls. And Skulls is a fraternity in, whether it's Yale or one of those anyway. And a lot of the ex-presidents have been members of that fraternity. On the wall, certainly in the film, it shows on the wall of the Skulls, one of the rooms, it has the word war. And that's interesting because America has been involved in more wars. And America, certainly the administration and the powerful people, they love war. Absolutely love it. Because it makes them a ton of money. It really does. And when you've got oil and war, and when you can then go into Iraq and go into Afghanistan. Afghanistan is where the biggest oil pipeline is, and of course tons of oil in Iraq. You can go in and nick their oils and control their pipeline. There's a lot of money involved. Would they do that for that much money? Yeah. Of course they would, yeah. So, but let's say we have other things to look at and to focus on. So, enjoy. You take care. God bless. I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.